Peyton Manning has retired and played his last game of football ever. We're going to look at some of his greatest moments in history. And Ross, you are going back to the very beginning. What is your favorite Peyton Manning moment?
Yeah, my favorite Peyton Manning moment, the sheriff, is when he got drafted number 1 overall to the Indianapolis Colts. Jim Irsay took a chance with Peyton Manning out of University of Tennessee, got the jersey on, and he ultimately paid out. And his first interview, actually, by a reporter when he was talking about the big signing bonus for being the number 1 overall pick, the reporter asked him, "What are you going to do with all that money?" And Peyton Manning said, "He's going to earn it." And he earned it. He is a record holder in touchdown passes in a season passing yards. He's tied with Brett Favre for the most wins in NFL history. And man, he just had an awesome career, and I am really thankful for him for the game of football. He made it so much more than what it was, and he just made it into a great league, humble guy.
Yeah, I think, like you said, the beginning of his career, to start out saying something like that kind of showed his personality going through, and that he's retained that humbleness, and he's just all about the love of the game.
Yeah, he's playing for what you said. He's playing for the love of the game, and he's playing because he knows that he loves it. He sits in the film room and watches film all night, all day. He does whatever he could to get better, and I know that he's going to be remembered for a very long time.
And of course, off the field, he's really known for being a great guy. But on the field as well, Manny, you have a clip from the Colts that you think is one of his biggest moments against your favorite team, the Patriots.
That's right. Yes. November 15, 2009, at Lucas Oil Stadium, the Colts played the Patriots. They were 8-0, playing the 6-2 Patriots, and they came back and won with a controversial call in the fourth quarter. And I thought this was a big game for Peyton Manning just because it was the first time they met since they were both undefeated 2 years ago, and 2 years before that, in 2007. And it just really set the tone for the rest of the year for them. They went on to be 14-2 and made a run in the playoffs. So it was a big game for Peyton.
The ball is at the 29. Manning will throw it. Manning will throw it complete to Wayne at the 14-yard line. Manning for the end zone. Wayne, touchdown.
Was with 13 seconds left, that last touchdown pass, and then it made it 34-34, and then with the kick, it was 35-34.
That's right, yeah.
Next, again with the Colts, Theo, you want to talk about when Peyton said goodbye? It's a really sad moment.
I mean, yeah, like Ross, you get to see him in interviews, and I'm looking at him in his press conference when Jim Irsay officially announced that he was going to be releasing Peyton Manning. And personally, having seen Peyton as a Jets fan, ripping our hearts out so many times, I had never really seen him get emotional. And to me, the first time I saw him was at that press conference where, to me, Peyton was always a hard-working, humble guy, the sheriff, as they called him, always business, all class. And the first time I saw him break down on camera, seeing a guy like that who you really see as like the Iron Man, a strong guy like that, just kind of break down and show his raw emotions is what kind of set Peyton apart from everyone else. And granted, he is a Hall of Famer, but now I think to most people, almost probably everyone, when you think of the Indianapolis Colts, you think of Peyton Manning. And they recently announced that they're going to be putting up a statue in his memory. Peyton Manning has definitely set himself apart from just about every other quarterback in the league, and I think he's probably top 3 with Joe Montana and Tom Brady now in this time.
I sure have loved playing football for the Indianapolis Colts. For 14 wonderful years, the only professional football I've known has been Colts football. Our team won a lot of games here. I've played with so many great teammates here, and I've been part of a great organization here, an organization and an owner who I respect and continue to respect. I've been a Colt for almost all of my adult life. But I guess in life and in sports, we all know that nothing lasts forever. Times change, circumstances change, and that's the reality of playing in the NFL.
It's not like gasp at the end. Like,
you can
tell
it wasn't one of those, oh, I'm sorry, like it didn't work out kind of thing. You can see he was deeply upset and he was emotional about it, and he wasn't afraid to show that. I think that's what makes him great.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. Like you said, the personality off the field, and I had to go. We have a good mix of what he does off the field and on the field as well. I have him setting the record for the most touchdowns in one game. So it was against the Ravens, and he got 7 touchdowns, and here they are.
The weather, of course, it's not 13, it was 86 in kickoff. And Manning will throw wide open to Julius Thomas for the touchdown. Former basketball star at Portland State. Again, Manning off the play fake, throws it over the middle. It is. And Manning throwing, and it is a fingertip. Putting Manning in a second and goal position at the 6-yard line. The outside, and he's caught and spinning away from the goal. Rolling right. Wide! And Manning airing it out, and a fingertip tap. Pick up the blitz, flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas. He'll go all the way to the end zone.
That's crazy just in itself. You would think that would be the highlights from 3 different games.
Right.
At least.
It's crazy. I remember after the 7th touchdown when they kind of played keep away from him, which was great. I mean, they said it was staged, but even if it was staged, if he told him to do it, I mean, it's still funny. I mean, that still shows the guy. 7 touchdowns in an NFL game is absurd in and of itself. I mean, that's nuts. But congratulations to Peyton on a great career. Hall of Famer, definitely.
Another huge moment is when Peyton set the all-time record for most touchdowns with 509. He beat Brett Favre's record, and it was a huge game.
Manning guns it, and it is the waiting touchdown. Demaryius Thomas.
Broncos fans, you have just witnessed history. With that touchdown, Peyton Manning has become the NFL's all-time leader in career touchdown passes, breaking Brett Favre's record. Congratulate your quarterback.
Yeah, so that is one of my favorite moments. I wish I was there to see that in real life, but I remember that was a huge media frenzy coming up to it. When is he going to do it? And of course he was going to do it. It wasn't a question of if, it was just when. Finally, Peyton as a person, as we talked about a lot earlier, he's done some great commercial spots that I just had to shout out. I don't know if you've seen some of these, but just go ahead and watch these. If you haven't seen the full ones, you need to check them out. They're hilarious, and how can you just not love Peyton Manning as a person?
Look at this guy using his phone as a phone.
Your phone ain't for calling.
Your phone's for football. It's a football fantasy like no other.
Like having a best friend that's your quarterback brother.
I sing with the Four Tunesmen. Downtown ladies sing this song, doo-dah.
Don't be like this, me.
So those 3 commercials for DirecTV are some of my favorite moments of him personally. I think every time they came up on the TV, I was like, well, the DirecTV one's the football fantasy and football on your phone. The whole thing wasn't on TV. So check those out, the entirety of them. With Eli as well, which is awesome.
And it's funny because there was this, I want to say about a week ago, I had this this chicken parm sub, and all I kept saying in my mind was chicken parm. You say so much. It was hilarious. I'm like, God, Peyton, why?
Chicken parm, you taste so good.
Thanks guys for watching Outboxed Sports. We'll have new videos coming every Thursday, so make sure to check out our YouTube channel as well as our social media pages to find out what we'll be talking about next and see how our March Madness Bracket Challenge is going. Thanks for watching.